Hello everyone, my name is Chad Kirksick. I serve as the director of the Exercise and Performance Nutrition Laboratory at Lindenwood University in St. Charles, Missouri. I wanted to take some time and walk you all through a small little slide deck that details one of the studies that we're currently recruiting participants for within the lab. And the title of this project is Effective Cordyceps Supplementation on Exercise, Performance, and Recovery. So if we look at an overview of cordyceps, so cordyceps is a compound that's found in many types of mushrooms and other types of fungi. There's over 400 species of cordyceps that exist, and the study that we're doing is using a strain of cordyceps called Cordyceps militaris, which is found in temperate forests around the world. Cordyceps has been examined, many different species has been examined for its ability to impact different types of exercise performance, supporting the immune system, hormone changes, stress responses, and so forth. And with this study, we're going to be specifically looking at those changes in exercise performance, so how well the ingredient supports stress responses to the exercise bouts, and then also some hormonal changes that take place in response to supplementation and the exercise bouts. So if we look at a few more details about the study, well, the purpose of this project is to examine the impact of cordyceps supplementation on exercise performance, recovery, hormone changes, and stress responses. We're actively recruiting participants for this project right now. The research, the data collection takes place inside the Exercise and Performance Nutrition Laboratory on the Lindenwood University campus in St. Charles, Missouri. And we need around 35 healthy males and females between 21 and 50 years of age. All these individuals need to be of normal weight, and you essentially need to be non-sedentary. So you need to be just kind of at least moderately physically active to be eligible in this project. So if we look at the breakdown of the visits across the entire study, we anticipate that most people will be involved with the lab with this study for somewhere around 5 to 6 weeks or so, and it's broken up into these visits here. And in visit 1 and visit 2, we're going to try and combine as much as possible. But if it doesn't work out logistically, we can go ahead and break them up. But if we combine them, visits 1 and 2 will consist of, you'll got to get your consent form signed. You'll do a baseline aerobic fitness test, which we'll use to finalize your eligibility, and then also complete some questionnaires. And then around 2 to 3 or 4 days later, I generally will try and be around 3 days later, you'll come back in for another visit where you'll do 2 different bouts of exercise. And one will be a 30-minute bout of cycling, which will be relatively challenging. We'll take some blood before and after that exercise bout, and then you'll also do a time to exhaustion where the cycling will progressively get harder, and again we'll have blood samples surrounding that exercise bout. After you finish with that combination of activity, you'll be randomly assigned to consume either a placebo or cordyceps supplementation. Your supplement will be blinded. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. But then you're going to take your supplement as instructed for around about 28 days or so. It kind of depends upon how the scheduling of your visits takes. But it may be 28 days, 29 days, 30 days, or so forth. But when you come back, you'll essentially replicate the same testing that you did at the very beginning of the study. So you'll do a baseline aerobic fitness test. So we'll see how well the supplementation impacted your aerobic fitness, and then you'll also take the same questionnaires. And then around 3 days after visit 3, you'll come back in for visit 4, and you'll complete your blood collection along with those 2 bouts of exercise as well. So it'll be kind of identical to one of your previous visits. So if we look at this across the board, this is probably the best slide to just give you all of the details surrounding what we're trying to look at within this project. And you can see if you kind of start in the upper left-hand portion of the screen as a whole, you can see that participants will contact the EP&L, and you can do that with a phone or text. You'll complete your visits 1 and 2, where you'll do your consent, your medical history questionnaires, and your VO2 tests. And then around 2, 3, 4 days later, you'll come back in for your follow-up visit, And this visit 3 is kind of broken down in a little bit more detail right down here. So you can understand a little bit more what's taking place. You get done with that visit, we'll see you again in about 28 days after you've taken your assigned supplement. Come back in for this visit again. We'll look over your medical history. You'll complete some questionnaires, and you'll complete another VO2 test. And then we'll take 2-3 days off. You'll come back in, and then you'll complete that same pattern of testing as well. And really that's about it. So all in all, we anticipate people, like I said, taking around 30 to 35 days or so to get finished. The lab's open in the morning, so all your visits will be scheduled to start sometime between 6 and 10 a.m. And on these visits 3 and 5, you're going to be in the lab for quite a few hours, because you have a kind of a 4-hour window after you finish your exercise bout, when you'll it's down here, this 4-hour window where you'll just need to kind of hang out in the lab so we can get your final blood sample. But the good thing is, during this break, you'll have access to a desk and the internet. You can work on your laptop, take calls, and so forth. So if you kind of wrap this presentation up, oftentimes what's in it for you? Well, individuals that do finish all aspects of the study will be compensated $500 for their time. You will get some controlled evaluation of your fitness status and fitness responses to exercise. So some people may find some value in that. You will get some body composition information as well. And the results of this project will allow researchers like us and other supplement companies and individuals seeking to improve performance and hormone responses to better understand how Cordyceps may kind of work into these plans. So do you qualify as a whole? As I said, we need individuals that are around 21 to 50 years of age, normal weight, and we'll establish that because of body mass index. You need to be kind of physically active, which means that you're getting just a minimum of 30 minutes of moderate physical activity, which can just be simply like going on a walk, working around your house, and then obviously if you're doing anything more than that, that's certainly fine as well too. Generally healthy, and you agree not to use any new vitamin, mineral, dietary supplement. You're not a current smoker, and you have the ability to complete challenging exercise, and then you agree to follow the prescribed testing dates and so forth. A few more questions that people commonly ask: will you know what you're taking, what you're assigned to? And the answer to that question is no, you won't. This is what we call a double-blind study, which means that the supplements were sent to us blinded. We don't know what they are. We don't know which group is which. We know that there's a placebo group and a Cordyceps group, but you won't know and we won't know. What if you want to stop? What if this just isn't working out for you? Participation in all of our studies is voluntary. Of course, you can stop at any time. All we ask you to do is just contact the lab and notify us, and then we'll arrange to get your supplementation back. So how do you get started? Well, there's a couple of options. Number one, you can go to Google or any other search engine and just type in Lindenwood EPNL. Or you can go directly to this link. Once you get there, click on participate in research, adult research studies, and then you have to scroll through the studies. We've got several studies active right now. Click on about this study under the Cordyceps study, and then you'll click and complete the initial screening form. And then from there, once you complete that screening form, all your information will be sent to an EPNL staff member, and they'll get a hold of you and finalize scheduling and eligibility. Another option, you can just simply take a picture of this QR code on the right, follow the link to the screening form, complete the questionnaires, and then if you don't want to do that, you can just email epnl@lindenwood.edu, tell us your name and say you want to participate in the Cordyceps study, and one of our staff members will get a hold of you. So that's it for this presentation. We do thank you for listening, and we certainly hope that you will consider being a part of one of our research studies. Thank you very much. Have a good day.